Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make a salad Olivier. Although it's not a Persian originally, it's a Russian. It was created by the man named Olivier sometime between 1860 to 1883. He had a restaurant in Moscow. It was very famous and made this salad. So some people, they call it salad Russi, Russian salad. But anyway, this is because it became adapted to the Persian taste, and it's been one of the very famous Iranian sandwich or appetizer. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. It's gonna be delicious. Let's go over the ingredients and start making it. Okay, salad Olivier, as I said, is coming from the name of the person who made that. There is no olive in it. So the main ingredients are chicken breast. Chicken breast, I do have it here. It's about 750 gram chicken breast. And I do have about 6 or 7 or 1 kilogram potato that has to be boiled. And by the way, I have to tell you, this board is very clean. Everything here is being washed and clean. So later on, I'm doing a cutting here. So that's why I just washed everything. All right. And we do have 1 onion, which is going to use for just cooking the chicken breast. I have 2 small carrots, about 2 tablespoons of the lime, which is right here, and about like a 3 tablespoon olive oil. I do have about 200 grams of the pickled cucumber, 200 grams of the green peas, which is, this one is a can, but if you don't have it, you have to cook it a little bit. And I do have about 5 full tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I do have 5 eggs that has to be boiled hard. And I do have about half a teaspoon turmeric, a quarter of the teaspoon black pepper, quarter of teaspoon red pepper or chili pepper, which this one goes for just cooking the chicken breast. I do have about 1 full teaspoon of the pepper. This is a white pepper. And I have 3 teaspoons of salt, which we're going to use about 1 for just cooking potato, 1 teaspoon for cooking the chicken breast, and 1 for the salad Olivier itself. So we start by just start cooking the chicken breast and cooking the potato, cooking just the eggs, and then we go over how to make it. Let's start doing that. I have a small saucepan. I'm gonna put this with some water, not too much, because we're not gonna use the water. So just a little bit water to be cooked. I have to put that the turmeric, black pepper and chili pepper for cooking this. Also, we're gonna have this onion, just cut it, not all the way, just like a plus from both sides, and just put it in and start boiling it. Okay, at the same time also we are going to cook the potatoes, and I'll put the eggs also in here to cook them at the same time. Even the carrots, they all go here to be cooked. So let's go over the heat and put the water in it. All right. Okay, start cooking it. It takes about like I believe about 30 to 40 minutes. They're gonna be cooked well. So if you remember, I said, you know, have to put some salt in both cooking the potatoes and also for cooking the chicken breast. Okay, we'll come back when they are done. See you then. Meanwhile they are cooking, I decided to just show you how to cook the pickled cucumber. These are called Khiar. Is not the one that is not the way the American has. They are sweet, they have a sugar. Make sure if you buy, there is no sugar on it, so it is just the salty. All right, so start just cooking. And also I put my gloves on it because after these things they're not going to be cooked anything, so it has to be eating the way that, you know, is going to mix together. So I decided to put my gloves, so not using my hand, because if you mostly I use my hand if I'm making something and put it on a fire and cook it. So these are not going to be cooked after I'm cutting them. So make it as small as you can. All right, we all done with the pickled cucumber. We put it aside and wait for the rest of the ingredients to be cooked, and we do the same thing. All right, see you then. All right, welcome back. These are being cooked. Potatoes, egg, chicken breast, all been cooked already. And I just wait to be cold, so go through the processing. Now, the first thing I have to do, have a big bowl. I'm gonna put the potatoes in there and start mashing it. So you can do by hand, like a fork or something, or the masher if you have, use that and go ahead and do it. So I prefer to do this way. As I said, make sure it's cold when you're doing this. All right, you can use also, as I said, you can use the masher like this, or anything else that does the same thing. All right, okay, next thing is our chicken. The chicken became a little bit yellow, so you might use a little bit of the turmeric if you don't want it, but it doesn't matter to me. It's all good. So we're trying to shred this either by hand, just like that. Shred them well. So because this way it's going to be distributed evenly through all the salad, or just go with the fork and just do it like this. Whatever is convenience for you. All right, this is the way to mash them, shred them, and all these things goes in a big bowl to mix them together. Okay, I told you that everything's clean, the board is clean, so that's what I'm doing here. The next one is going to be your eggs. What I do actually, I'm going to use only 3 of the yolk. 2 of them is going to go away because it's going to be too much, and it doesn't, because you can keep this for at least 4 or 5 days in a refrige. If it's too many yolk in it, then it's going to have a not very pleasant smell. You just cut them the same way that you cut that pickled cucumber. All right, this is good. Now this one is going to be going to the bowl also for mixing. What we have here is left is our carrots, which has been a little bit overcooked, which you better be watching it when you're cooking it before it gets so soft. Take it out. This one has been cooked a little bit over, which I didn't want it to be like that, but I have to use it because I don't have any more carrots. And same thing. I keep this for later on. I don't want to be mashed into this. Now I add the pickled cucumber and going to start mix them. All right, now I have to use the mayo. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to add the lime juice and the olive oil together, and mix this one here. Is easier because it's gonna go distribute all together evenly. Also, it's a time to put our pepper, which is a white pepper, ground pepper, and a little bit of the salt. Then we taste it later. If it's needed, we add them. So it is an easy way to just control on the salt, because you can add it, but if it's too much, you cannot take it out. Now you're going to just go ahead and put them in. Also, you might not use the whole thing again, to just go to see if it's needed, then you add it more. Mayonnaise. All right, it seems it needs a little bit more mayo. I think I have to add another big spoon mayo to it. Also, it's a time to taste a little bit to see if it needs a salt or pepper or anything else. Everything is perfect. The only thing it needs, just a little bit the mayonnaise. Okay, it seems the only thing it needs is a little bit of mayo, which I'm going to bring it and just put a big spoon, or a 1 or 1.5, and then it's going to be okay. Then as the last one is going to be my carrots and a green peas. Then we mix them all together, then we're done. You just transfer this to a special plate and ready to serve it. All right, let's see. Big 1.5 is gonna do the job. It's a time for our carrots, which is not my favorite thing in there, but originally it does have carrots, but that's what I'm just using. Otherwise, it's not something that I like it to in salad. But anyway, so it's a time for carrots and these green peas, because I don't want it to, these are get mashed, so that's why the last part we add this. All right, the mixing is done. Is very good. Everything's been mixed together. The ratios are good. So I'm going to transfer these to a serving dish. All right, we finished our salad Olivier, and as you see, it's a wonderful, beautiful. This is the way that you should serve, and you can use it as a hors d'oeuvre or eat it like that, or make a wonderful sandwich like this, which is one of the favorite sandwich in Iran. The bread is baguette, but you don't have to use baguette, anything, even just a regular bread or pita bread, whatever is your favorite bread, you can make it. As I said, you can just use it for your party as a dip or d'oeuvre, or as I said, the nice sandwich for a lunch or a dinner. And this is concluding our show, and I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. I hope that you make it for your family, and make sure that you make it accordingly with the size, because this is obviously too much for 2 people or 4 people, but you can just reduce the portion and make it the way that you like. And till next time, with the new show and new video. See you all. Bye.